Welcome back. We're now working on part 3 here with Google Docs. We're still looking at the menu because there's so many things that are buried in there that we can really use, and so we need to discover those. But then today we're also going to start working on a project. So let's go along here. So far we've talked about the file, menu, the edit. Remember all those shortcuts I discussed? That's really important. You start learning that. It just really speeds things up, but also to be able to understand how to cut, copy, paste, how to find things, your undo. And then we talked about your view, how you can sit there and really maximize the screen so you can see more. I like that. Inserting. Haven't talked much about this yet though, so let's look at it. You've done so much with this. You already know many things when it comes to dealing with your images, being able to sit there and take a picture that you've uploaded from the computer or the internet. You can find it in your drive, down in your photos, Google Photos, by URL. That means by a web address. So if you know a specific site that you're wanting to go to and get a picture from, but even your camera, you can take all of those and import it from the image option here on the insert. I really like the table. This is something really unique that Microsoft doesn't really give you with Microsoft Word or Excel. Is you can quickly sit there, oh, excuse me, and draw a table. You just have to decide how large you want the table to be. Do you want it 3 by 3? Do you want it 2 by 2? How big do you want it? And then it sits there and automatically resizes it. You then can go in there and say, you can put in different things. This is a great way to help organize the data that you're trying to present or put out there for people to see in your Google Docs, such as you could call it your class schedule. So you could then say first period, second period, oh, well, what do I do now? I didn't make my table big enough, or I made it really too big. Can I go in there and modify it? Could I go in there and get rid of this table? Oh, they're showing here that I can put some borders on it, but this isn't really what I wanted. How can we go in there and make changes so that I can get rid of or undo? Should I just do an undo? Well, the problem with my undo is I've got so much I've put in it, it's going to take a while. I guess not too much. I just did the undo and I was able to take care of that. That was the Control Z to do the undo. This time, though, we're going to do another table. We're going to insert the table. This time, I want it 3 by 8. That's pretty big, but that's okay. Here's your assignment. I want you to go in there and put first, if I can spell first. Let's try this again. Then I want second, third, and I want it to go all the way down to 8th period. Now, from there, over here, I want your subject. And all the way down to 8th period, which might be. Then over here, if I can find my mouse, there we go. I want the name of your teacher. All the way down. So this might be Miss Smith. So you're able to use this table that you were able to insert. So this is one screenshot that I need you to take. email it to me with the proper subject line. I'm still having people not put that in there, and I'm turning away their work. That's some easy grades that are getting thrown away. Let's get this taken care of. We've got more to do though. So pause the video, finish this up, do a screenshot, email it to me. All right, we're moving on. We're still looking here at the insert. Drawings. This is where you can create a new drawing. You should already have been doing a lot of that using when we're doing the menu. And then from Google Drive. So you could actually take something that you've created previously. We don't need to worry about that right now. Chart. Wow, this is powerful. With a picture, with a chart, you can give people lots of information quickly and easily. You just have to make sure you know how to do it and what you're getting in there. We're going to give you a good assignment on that later on. Right now, I just want y'all to be able to see it. I love the horizontal line. That's a great way to help divide your page or bring attention to something that you want them to notice. So put in a horizontal line. Excuse me. And then let's go on down. Special characters. Special characters can be fun. They can really help represent different things, but they can also be a lot of waste or a distraction. So you really have to be cautious when you use special characters, that you're doing it for a purpose and that it's not a distraction. But you have here, you've got your symbols. They've got some things here that are, it's broken down into different categories that may help you find what you're looking for instead of looking through all of this. And then you've got arrows. And again, you've got different arrows that you can go in here. So it's, again, you can waste a lot of time with this, but we'll come back and maybe do something with it later. Moving on, we've looked at equation. Here's the equation if you're wanting to do a math formula in there. Headers and footers. This is really important on your reports where you're able to sit there and you're needing to give credit where you got this quote from, what you're using as a source. Don't forget headers and footers. That helps. Page numbers, especially when your reports start getting to be 3, 4, 5 pages long, putting in a page number really helps. So make sure you understand this and notice here in this page numbers, this shows you where the page numbers go. For example, in the upper right-hand corner or the lower right-hand corner, this is where you've got a cover sheet and the numbering doesn't start on the cover sheet. It starts on the next page. But then you have more options here. So you can choose where you want it to appear and what number to start with. So those are some neat things to look at. Page break. This is just, again, when I do a page break, that's Control Enter. So a page break is where you still have things left on this page, but you want to start on a blank page. And so Control Enter, suddenly I now have a second page. Now, it's not bad right now, but if you're printing out, this can add up to a waste of paper really quick. And believe it or not, that paper is not as cheap as you may think. So we try to be very careful with use of paper. All right, link. This is how you can add a web link to a website that you may want them to go to, bookmark, and then table of contents. So we've gone over a lot of things here. We're going to look at more. So far, you've sent me a screenshot of this table. So let's get that done. How about if you work a little bit on lesson 10 in EduTyping? Let's make sure we don't fall behind. Got to get all these assignments done because I cannot take late work after Thursday. Really, I can't take late work after Wednesday which that's today, just because I have to have time to grade it. So let's stay focused, get this turned in so we can get our grades up. If you're missing work, look there in your Skyward. Look at what's missing. Talk to me so that we can get those grades up. There's no excuse for nobody to be passing. So work hard on it. I hope you're doing well. Miss you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care